How's it going? Day 3, I suppose, of moving. I'm doing a really crappy job of vlogging this, but before I get into anything about that, as far as going into the PC build that I was talking about before, the awesome budget PC gaming build, one thing first, something that really it grinds my gears to a certain extent, but I'm very forgiving, so it how do you say, I can kind of brush it off. However, it's still very annoying. So those people out there that, you know, those ones that, just to be honest, those ones that bullshit, I'm not gonna hold anything back in this video just because I feel like I know there's people that can relate, and for the people that are watching that do it, think about it. I'm guilty of it. I don't do it as often. Some people do it more often than others. I don't do it very often, but we're all guilty of it. I know that. Let's say somebody asks us out for dinner or lunch or sometimes breakfast. It's kind of cool when people do that because nobody really meets for breakfast. It's kind of neat. It's different. However, whether it's 2 days prior or a week prior or 2 weeks prior, we're all like, yeah, gung-ho, yeah, let's meet up. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's catch up. It's going to be cool. And it just, when it gets down to the point of the day of or the day after, there's a point to either the person planning or the person that asked that happens when we ask you, okay, are we going to do this? We're down to it. What time do you want to meet up? It gets to the point where there's this, which leads to the other person just kind of, how do you say, not following through with you as far as, oh yeah, let's do this, I want to do it, it's gonna be awesome, and it comes through and they don't end up following through. As called, I learned this from, somebody that is still kind of dear to me, known as flaking. I'm guilty of it. Everybody is, some more than others. However, one of my mottos in life, which is the main point of making this video. Now, I've done it. I know a lot of people, like I said, do a lot more than others. However, one of my mottos is the reason, first before I say that, the reason I'm making this video is because it happened to me today. I had a business meeting this morning for my business, and then I drove about 40 minutes-ish because it was kind of like on the way to there. To where I live, to where she lives, and so it's about a 40-minute drive, and that's a good amount of time. It's substantial. It's about what, hour and 40, 80. It's an hour and 20 minutes. So it was a pretty substantial drive as far as round trip, and we've been talking about this for I think about a week now, and we were like, okay, yeah, we're getting down to it. Yeah, let's do this. It's gonna be sweet. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's catch up. I had gifts. I was like, I got you something. And come down to it, I was like, I'm 15, 20 minutes out. And all of a sudden, no reply. Nothing. Dead. Space. Empty space. So, now my motto is, when somebody tries to give your time, or if you're giving your time up to somebody, as far as, yeah, let's meet up, and especially if they have to reschedule, like, how do you say, not necessarily reschedule, but let's say you turn it a week ahead of a week of, let's say we set to meet for next Thursday, and then today's Tuesday. And then like Friday comes along, oh, I have a doctor's appointment to make. Oh, how about Thursday? The doctor's office says, oh, I can't, I have lunch date. And it pushes it down the road, and it might be a pretty important doctor's appointment. You're like, oh, I can't. So when you give somebody your time, this is how I think about it. Our time, I kind of said this back in another video of mine somewhere, over on my channel, that we're all on, we call it borrowed time. We're all on borrowed time. This kind of ties in with it. So when we give somebody our time, as far as hanging out or making plans with somebody, I believe that is the most important thing you can give to somebody is your time. Because you're taking time out of what you could be doing, as far as not saying that, oh, that's more important than the other person. No, not at all. But you're choosing to spend that time with that person instead of, let's say, that needed special doctor's appointment or something along those lines. So we're all, like I said, we're all on borrowed time. We don't know when our time is up. So being able to give that to somebody else it's meaningful. It just means something. So whenever we do that, and it's my hallway, very long, into my office. When we give up our time, we're taking time out of our life. We're probably maybe, I don't know, an hour or two for lunch, but still that should mean something. And for the people out there on the receiving end or the other end, think about that. When you're making plans with somebody, not everybody thinks about it like that, as far as giving up your time for somebody. However, it's exactly what we do when we're doing that. We are giving up our time to one another. Now, when we spend time with them, because like I said, we're not doing it for ourselves, we're giving it to the other person. And we don't know when our time is up. So we could have spent that 2 hours, not being selfish, but spending that 2 hours furthering ourselves, but yet we gave it to you, so it should mean something. Does that make sense? I hope most people will agree with me, because I think it's true. That's just my life motto, because we're all on borrowed time. I think it's the greatest gift you can give to somebody is your time when you hang out with them, when you make plans. So out there, we're all gonna do it. It happens. Yeah, either we're shy or we're selfish. Oh, I don't want to hang out anymore after I said I did. But even myself, I'm guilty of it. I'll even admit to it. We all need to stop bullshitting, because when you do that to somebody, like I sat there for probably a good, I want to say 3 hours. So like I said, a 40-minute drive home. And I texted, I'm about 15-20 minutes out, about 1:30. And I sat there until about 4. Wait, okay, maybe, because you got to work at 3, I believe. So I sat there until 4. And this is the first time. This is the 3rd or 4th time I've done that. I've sat and waited. Because I'm excited to. I have something to give you. You think you should be excited to. And I'm not asking for a lot of her time. It was like 15-20 minutes, maybe her lunch hour, half an hour. So it's not like I was asking for like hours and hours. It's just something quick. Hey, what's up? Give you your gift. Hey, hi, hugs. And this isn't the first time. This is hours. Especially if you do it to somebody as many times. Shame on me, and then shame on you, like times 4. Because it's happened numerous times now. And I'm not making this video as a rant. Just want to say that. But for future people out there, future people watching this, just to put it into perspective, as far as, hey, people's time means something. So you say yes, mean yes. You say you're going to be somewhere, say you're going to be somewhere. I've done that. I'm guilty of it. I really screwed up a relationship because I was doing that. And I didn't do it intentionally. I'm just really, how do you say when you fall over stuff a lot? You're really, starts with the G. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now. But that word for in person, as far as getting stuff done, I don't want to say lazy, but I'm very forgetful, I guess. Oh yeah, I'll be there at that time, but then, oh gosh, I gotta throw this laundry in real quick before I go, making me 20 minutes late. You know what I mean? So prioritizing would be good too. So I really screwed up a relationship doing that. So I'm guilty of it too. So everybody can always learn from either themselves or watching something like this. And it just benefits. It helps everybody, especially when someone puts something, yeah, we all think about this, but until we watch it and see maybe a live application of it, we don't apply it into our lives. Just like I did in my borrowed time video. As far as being on borrowed time and being not necessarily neglected, but neglected people being negative stuff. It's a really good video. Go and watch it. It's on my channel. And I don't like to say myself wise, but I like to say I've been around the block. Something I need to tell YouTube. At one point, maybe a lot more people relate than others because I feel like it's bigger than what it really seems to normal people. I kind of just gave it away. There's a little bit, maybe you caught on, maybe you didn't. But one of these days, I'll say to YouTube when I'm comfortable enough. Circus peanuts. What? Oh, they're hard. They've been dried out. When one of these days comes, I'll let it out in the open. Maybe some people more will respect me for it. Some people have, especially females when they came out and said about a week and a half. It's like, I'm not gonna put it on you 4 months into the relationship. No, I'm gonna tell you right up front so you know who I am. I'm not gonna hold anything back. So I figured that my relationship with YouTube, I'll say it here. It'll happen. That's it for as far as this little tidbit. I had to edit in something today. It just grinds my gears. I know it grinds other people's gears. I know I'm not the only one. So go ahead, like this video if you liked it. This one right here, if you disliked it, it just gives me comment if you do this. Say hey, so I can learn and make better videos and be a better videographer, if you shall. Because it helps me out and then it helps me create better stuff, so it's more watchable and standable, I guess. So yeah, like this video if you liked it. Dislike if you disliked it. Leave a comment if you did. Don't forget to get subscribed for April's giveaway, which is a $150 gift card to Steam, Amazon, Newegg, for the females, Victoria's Secrets. Or if you don't like those places, after I draw the winner, and we can chit chat, kind of see what kind of gift card that I can get for you. So like my Facebook page at Underworld Tech, and get subscribed to this YouTube channel at Underworld Tech to be entered into the giveaway. And I mean, who doesn't like free stuff? So stay tuned. There's more good stuff to come, especially this build. Pretty gnarly. I don't know how to do that, but here it is. So there's a case. It's just your normal Cougar case. Some dry base in the front. Single fan intake, single fan outtake, 80 millimeter. We have a PNY. Small mini cooler. We have some RAM heat sinks for the low profile Kingston RAM. We got an ASRock Fatality Z77 board, Extreme 4. Sorry, not Fatality, Extreme 4, Z77. We have an i7 3570K. We have a Thunder Series TD03 Lite by Silverstone, all-in-one liquid cooler. We have an Apiva 500 watt power supply, great buy, about $40-ish. For 500 watt power supply, I got your 8-pin CPU, PCIe, it's great. Terabyte Caviar Green, and a 128 gig, just your regular Samsung SSD. Oh, 16 gigs of RAM. That's my norm. 8 gigs for gaming, I like to go with 16. I just feel like it helps, especially with Samsung's AI suite. You can have your RAM be your cache for the SS. I'm like moving the camera everywhere. You can have your RAM be your cache for the SSD with Samsung's software, which is pretty gnarly. Helps your system go that a little bit faster. So it's pretty sweet. I have I don't know what I did with the panel, but oh, here it is. Real quick before I end this video. I have it all cut out as far as, I don't know if you can see those lines or not. Oh yeah. I have it all cut out as far as the glass I'm going to put in there. Because Windows cases are just the best, especially if you put LEDs and stuff in them. So that's the next video, future build, probably after the next moving vlog, because I got shelves coming for these, because everything's just either here or here, and it's just not working. So that'll be tomorrow, and then I'll do the building vlog. So stay tuned, like this video if you liked it, disliked it, leave a comment why. Get subscribed, YouTube and Facebook, both at Underworld Tech, so you can be entered into the giveaway for each month. And that's it for this video. So stay tuned, get subscribed, and go like Facebook.